welcome to part 18 of Let's Play Half-Life 2. Now, I'm just going to put this out here. This is probably the most boring part. Probably the second most boring behind Water Hazard or whatever. But, can I just say, Anticitizen One, this whole part, and it's not like anything story-wise happens until right at the end of this part, with story in quotation marks. So I'm just going to talk random crap for... There's literally nothing important here. Something I think didn't think I mentioned, but in the bottom right corner, you'll see it happen in a minute. But that second guy there, you see, he's gonna turn red and then disappear. I can't remember if I've said this already, but when that happens, if they turn red and then disappear, like fade away, that means they've died. And squad can die, but it doesn't affect the story like it would a story important character. So you can have all your squad die, and you'll still be able to play, you'll just not have a squad. In fact, the subname for this Movie Maker file is Anticitizen One continues with my squad. So, basically, if I'm in a rush to do one of these, basically, I just put like as a subtitle, I put, I think I've said this before, but 18 dash whatever, and then basically what happens in that part, so I know where we end. Because if it says, because one of them is simply Nova Prospect into Entanglement, which means that I know Nova Prospect ends and Entanglement begins. But, you know, that's not the way I originally started doing it. I just called it Part 1, Part 2 as the files, and it was just... I was like, well, I needed to take like 10 seconds to just quickly just sort of lazily go, with my mouse through the, like, put my mouse over the video things. Anyway, anyone interested in editing? No, okay. You're interested in Half-Life 2. Let's continue on. What the hell is that? What is that noise? There's someone screaming outside. Anyway, turrets, we did see them in Nova Prospect, but again, I'll just remind you that, they're easy to take care of. Just a quick, oh, hi, Metropop. Just a quick, get the gravity gun, lift it up. You don't even have to lift it up, you can just, whatever. Lambda location here. I'm obviously not going for all of them, but if you need some extra supplies, head up the stairs instead of going through first. In fact, that's what I thought you needed to do, was go up the stairs when I first played this game. And I came up here and I was like, what the hell? I completely forgot that this way is the way you're supposed to go. So yeah, this part here, can be very annoying. So you've got these guys, and, in fact, this part's pretty funny, actually. I like how Half-Life has a humor now. So you see one manhack and you're like, ah, crap, there's a bloody manhack. Great, let me just walk over here and take care of it, and oh, Jesus! I think that's pretty funny. So, Anticitizen One. Probably a good I'd say, well, in terms of my most hated chapter in Half-Life 2, I don't know if I've said this already. It's probably Nova Prospect. I don't know if I'm contradicting myself, because I feel like I've said that my least favorite chapter is something like Root Canal or Water Hazard. But, in all honesty, I like Root Canal and Water Hazard. I know that at the time it seemed like I was complaining all the time about how boring it was, but, it's the first part of, it's the first bit of free roam apart where you get to actually get into combat, which is what Half-Life is all about. In fact, that was one of my main problems with the first Uncharted game. I did a really bad review on it that I don't know if by the time you're watching this it's still on YouTube, but right now, as of now, it was done in about December 2016. So if you really, there's also an Uncharted 2 one, which was originally what this channel was going to be. It was me just sitting in front of my webcam doing this stuff. And then my laptop broke and I couldn't do anything. And then I got my laptop fixed and I was like, I'm not really bothered about doing these, because that means I had to completely always play a new game to do a review thing. And while I do love watching video game reviews, don't get me wrong, I love some Call Me Johnny and JonTron and any other Johns. But, not specifically Johns. But I just can't see myself playing games all the way through, even when I'm not enjoying it. Unless, of course, it's something like Sonic and the Secret Rings, where I said I will never do a Let's Play of it. The Let's Play will come. That will be my last ever Let's Play ever. I never said I couldn't do a review on it. Doesn't mean it's gonna happen, guys. Or anytime soon. You could be watching this in 5 years, and if I'm still doing YouTube, if YouTube is still a thing, because I swear to Christ, if whenever YouTube gets taken over by something, I'll know. Like, I'm always looking, because I started doing YouTube around, I think I discussed this earlier. It was around the early 2010s. I'm not on this channel, obviously. I've had about, literally, if I think about it, 25 channels. Some that I didn't post videos, some I do post videos, some I did post videos. Now this is my current one. And you'll never ever find any of my other channels. Unfortunately, none of them go by my name here. In fact, one of the former ones did, but yeah, they're all deleted. Well, no. I'm gonna be straight with you. There is one that still exists. And it was from around 2013. Which would have made me, give me a second here. I'm 15 right now. So this would have made me around 11? Oh, 10, 11. I'd probably say 11. And there's only a few videos that exist on that certain account. And I can't watch them. You can't even find them by the channel's name, because I didn't realize until now that there are so many channels with the exact same name. Alright? You can only find it by searching up one of my friend's YouTube accounts, which doesn't exist anymore, where I shouted him out in the comments, not in the comments, in the description, which means that YouTube completely associates that with this being the only video where that's ever mentioned in a description or as a channel. And you'll never find it, ever. In fact, this friend of mine, I've not spoken to in about 2 years, because I went to high school, so obviously I lost contact with them, but still, you'll never find it, ever. Don't even try. It doesn't even go by the username I once had. So, in fact, if you do find it, you'll find a lot of old FIFA videos, because I used to like FIFA, and then I just realized it's the same game every year. How about that? So then I just stopped playing it. In fact, I sold all the games I owned of it. Apart from anything on the Wii. I love FIFA on the Wii. That was amazing. I used to play FIFA 10 on the Wii. Oh, wow. Because when you're playing it on Xbox 360 or PlayStation or whatever, you don't get the feel like you're really playing it. Well, I mean, it's a video game, but I get it. You want to play football, go out and play football, or soccer, sorry. But the Wii was all about motion, and what the Wii did, at least in FIFA 10, I think it got rid of it after that, which I was really annoyed about, because ironically, the way I found this out was by getting FIFA 12 at Blockbuster, which does not exist anymore. And I think actually, I got 3 games from Blockbusters and then it shut down, so I got to keep the 3 games. I think it was, the 3 games were FIFA 12, they were all on the Wii, FIFA 12, Mario Kart Wii, and oh, here's these guys again from the start of the game. I told you we'd be seeing them again. We'll also see them in Half-Life 2 Episode 2. I like his mustache. Anyway, it was Mario Kart Wii and Mario Power Tennis, or is that the one on the Wii? Wherever the Mario Tennis one is on the Wii. I got all 3 of those. I also even got the Wii, whatever it's called, the Wii controller for it. The Wii wheel. It's actually funny to say, Wii wheel. So, God, we're only literally just about over halfway through this episode. Only, because it's been so long. But yeah. Wait, was that the what's the password joke? If that was right, there's a joke that's either that was just it or it comes up later, where it goes, "What's the password?" And then she goes, "What's the password?" behind the door, and he goes, "Password," and they reused that joke in episode 1. It's like, "What's the password?" I'm not even gonna tell you to shut up. Like, you just used the same joke. Did you think we wouldn't notice? Or maybe it was because they were just trying to call back. You can't save this person. I'm so sorry. Or maybe you can, but I tried my hardest to save them there and I couldn't. I even tried to bomb them with explosives. Kind of hard, man. She went flying into a door. So, Anticitizen One, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, hi, Combine Soldier. Are you dead? Let me down, please. Well, not let it down, please. How you doing there?
Stay here in case anyone else needs to get across.
Okay. Elaborating on what I said a couple parts ago. I think it was part 15, 16? It's probably 16. Yes, the voice of Eli Vance, was also the voice of Rafiki in The Lion King. So, apart from that, I don't think, I mean, you might have heard, the guy, that plays Barney in G-Man, that's the same person, if you didn't know. He's like he's one of those voice actors that you don't know exists. You don't know the name of, but you have heard, and if you've played video games. He's in GTA 4 and I believe GTA 5. He's literally almost all the people in the city. You know, you hear the people in the city talking, when you walk past them. He's almost all of them, if they're male. What else was he in? Let me just look up his IMDb account. Well, I say account with, whatever. Anyway, I can't remember his name, so I'll just type in Barney Calhoun voice. Did I spell his name wrong? No, I didn't. Okay. I spelt voice wrong. Michael Shapiro. So I'll go on Michael Shapiro's account and I'll probably find it. Anything he's famous for. Wikipedia. Video games, here it is. He was in Super Punch-Out. The Half-Life games. Probably that's where it started, his big thing up to whatever. Fun fact, he didn't do a single game from Half-Life Blue Shift in 2001 to Half-Life 2. Yeah, he was almost all the public in Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories. No. He was the local population in GTA 5, but in GTA 4, he didn't play anyone. But in GTA Liberty City Stories, he was Richard Goblin, and pretty much the FM voice, like when you were listening to the radio, and like the commercial voice. But in GTA 5, he was literally like the population. Which means he hasn't voice acted in the game since 2013, which is depressing. I think there was a guy, there was like a weird clip of him on like a radio show where he did a G-Man impression about how he was like complaining about Gordon Freeman taking too long, because of course this October it'll be 10 years since the last Half-Life game. Which is depressing in of itself. God damn. I'm just gonna say this right now. The only time I'll ever do an LP that is not what would you call it? Well, I don't know. I'll probably just save the first because there'll be too much. I was gonna say that the first we're about to end this part. So actually I'll continue what I'm saying, even though it probably doesn't matter. I'll continue what I was saying in the next part, because we're about to meet up with someone we've not seen in, well, actually hardly any time. I was thinking of the time we met her in No Prospect. Anyway, see you then.
Gordon, I had a feeling I'd find you here. I've got Dr. Kleiner in a safe spot. Now we can join up with Barney. There's a command center downstairs. I'm hoping to find information about generator locations. Ready? Let's go.